Hi guys, today I wanted to talk a little bit about Counter-Strike 2. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on CS2 as someone that played 600 hours of CSGO. My peak rank was Legendary Eagle Master, many moons back. I feel like this qualifies me to at least give my thoughts about this legendary game. This video will be comparing CS2 to CSGO, as it of course should be an evolution of it. First of all, I want to talk about the UI, the starting screen and how it feels starting up the game. I like how you see your dude standing in a map with a more streamlined UI around it. I know it's only a small thing, but I do enjoy that they have updated this from CSGO. You see your rank under your dudes, which is a nice detail, but I really don't like how every map has its own ranking. It's way too much of a grind to actually place yourself on every map, as it takes 10 wins for you to be put into a rank. For the 9 maps currently in competitive rotation, that would take 90 wins. Valve themselves said you should take 90 minutes of free time off in general if you queue up for a competitive game. I know it doesn't usually take 90 minutes, as I am only counting 10 straight wins and no losses. I'm gonna take this number and multiply it by the 10 wins needed times the 9 maps, which results in 8,100 minutes or 135 hours. Yeah, 135 hours to get a rank on each map. I think this is absolutely absurd. I don't play all 9, I do like 5 of them though, which still takes way too long, even to get a placement rank in. I think this adds to the fact that ranks feel completely broken in the game as well. I decided to get placed in my favorite map, Overpass, completely stomped almost every game, top fragging the lobby 7 out of 10 times, 10 wins with only 3 losses in total, so out of 13 games I played, I completely dominated 7 and won 10. Yet I get placed in Silver Elite. The people I was playing against were one-tapping everywhere the moment they peeked the corner. It's been a long time since I was Lem, but let me at least say that this really didn't feel like Silver or even Gold Nova. I know this isn't really objective, but the people I was playing with had M4 Howls, StatTrack Bayonet, Doppler, Rubies and everything. I don't think people that don't take the game serious actually have these items. I get the sentiment of it's a new game, so ranks will be screwed up for a bit, but having a rank separate for each map really won't speed the process up. It counteracts the progress by quite a lot probably. You can be high rank in one map, being an amazing player, and be low elo on another, which just isn't fair. Your game knowledge, your mechanics, everything will be that of a high ranked player, but it will only obscure the actual ranking of every person involved. Moving on, I wanted to say that playing these games I noticed the spray for some weapons feel really weird. I like it on the M4, but I hate it on the AK. I mean, I'm probably malding a little and I just have to get it right again, but I've seen the sentiment online a lot about the AK feeling weird and thus wanted to bring it up. Aside from this, I don't think the movement is as good as it was in CSGO. Now, reading up on it, Source or 1.6 players basically had the same issues when going into CSGO at the time. So I'm very confident that Valve will actually make this better than it was in CSGO, eventually. CSGO launched in a pretty terrible state, but after some time it became one, if not the most biggest influential tech shooter of all time. The thing that bugs me though is that I can still play 1.6 or even Source, but I am unable to play CSGO, a game that meant a lot to me growing up. It really is a shame that CS2 just wiped CSGO off of Steam. They did transfer your inventories and all that important stuff, but I just want to go back and play CSGO, and I'm sure I won't be the only one. CS2 has been out for some time now, and I still haven't seen stuff like custom maps, bunny hopping, surfing and all that. I was really into surfing and it's a disgrace that I can't do it right now. Seen the posts that say it's on its way, but still. Another thing I really don't like about CS2 is the customizable outfits. Some of these really blend into the background way harder than the default ones, and that's honestly horrible in such a competitive game. It's cool for casuals, but the least they could do is make a setting that turns this on or off for each player. They can be really cool, and if I'm just playing it for fun, I really do enjoy them, but when I'm sweating hard, I hate seeing them. Another nitpick point I do have is when I'm loading into a map for the first time after an update, I lag in every new area, as it's installing shaders whilst being loaded in. I'd way rather have it load in at loading screen like it was in CSGO. I've had it stutter in round deciding gunfights, and that's just horrible. My PC is an absolute monster. I got a 7900 XTX with a 7800 X3D CPU on 32GB of DDR5 RAM, whilst it's installed on an M2 SSD. This game has no business stuttering at all. It's a game that consciously has been made to even be able to perform on budget tiered systems. This is why I can accept that this game looks kinda for a 2023 game. There's a visual upgrade over CSGO, but I really don't think that visual upgrade is that big. In my opinion, that is a bit disappointing. We're gonna play this game for quite a long time. Probably. And it being behind the times in presentation right now is a net negative. This is one of a couple decisions that I'm very iffy about. A couple others are that there are no damage numbers shown, done and given if you die in a gunfight, only your overall damage being displayed in the scoreboard after every round in competitive. And there being no bots. If someone leaves or when you kick a person, I want there to be a bot. I haven't been playing Premier, so I'm very sorry that I can't include that in this review. I've seen people very positive about it, but I know I'm just reviewing good old competitive. And all in all, I've been pointing out flaws with the game, but I've been having fun in CS2. I think the updates that Valve already did helped enormously concerning the massive amount of cheaters on launch, and some of the gunplay issues that felt weird after taking massive steps in the right direction. But it's important that issues get the light of day, so Valve can try and do their best to solve them. I'm 100% sure I think the ranking process of competitive in this game is the biggest problem and they should change it. But maybe I just need to play some Premier. What do you guys think? Are these issues for you? Are you also enjoying CS2 these last few weeks? Tell me about it in the comments, I would love to read your opinions. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like the video, consider subscribing. I make weekly videos about all things gaming. Next week I will be reviewing Spider-Man 2, so if you are interested in that, I'll see you next week. Goodbye.